everyone. How is everyone? Thanks so much for being here for day 2 of my BookTube BootCamp. Make sure that you can hear me okay. Let me know in the comment section. Give me a thumbs up. Say A-OK, 10-4, whatever you got going on. We had not technical issues yesterday, but I'm very clumsy. So that was a part of it. Hello, everyone. It's so good to see so many people here. Awesome. Thank you so much, Erie. Let's see. Let's check in to see who's here. Luna's Mystical Delights. Ellis is here. Erie is here. Thank you, Erie. Alan's here. Pat's here. Ven is here. Rashid is here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello, some other character. What's going on? All right. Hi, Time Travel. How are you? Hey, Christopher, what's happening? So if you missed yesterday's, or if you weren't able to attend or had work or whatever, we covered the why as to why people start their channels, okay? Today, we're going to get into lights, camera, action. Lights, camera, action is going to be focused on the visual, the audio, and also the action. So what exactly are you going to create? Where do you get your ideas from? Where's your inspiration? We're just going to talk about all that. So I don't have a presentation made up like I did yesterday. Yesterday, I give myself a pat on the back for that one. But today, we're kind of just going to be open flow because I think you guys are going to have more questions than me giving you the information. Does that make sense? So, yeah. So what do you guys want to talk about first? Lights. As you can see, I have natural light. I don't have any artificial light going on right now. I have a window right here, and I have a window right here. And at noon, that sun is going to be out of the way. It's going to be moving over probably by like quarter after. In 15 minutes, all of this will be gone. But the free lighting that you have wherever you're going to film is perfect. You just need to fine tune it. You need to know what is the best time, right? Because sunlight gives different effects, especially if you're going to have a cloudy day or something like that. You have to take all of that into consideration. So you really want to test it out, and test it out just by filming yourself and doing like a test roll. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Let's see. I actually made notes to go over with you all. Hello. Hello. It's so good to see new people. It's great to meet you all. I use my old books to hold my own. Yeah. You do what you have to do. Absolutely. God, when I first started, what did I use? I have like a sculpture downstairs that holds your iPhone, but I use it for like a calendar and like mail. It basically just looks like a hand like this. So I would put my phone in there. Use what you got. I was shocked yesterday to find that my ceiling fan light looked pretty good. We'll post a video later. Perfect. What if you have no sunlight? Well, if you have artificial light, you want to play around with it. So you want to test it out. If you have a desk lamp, I have this lamp over here. This is just a regular Amazon basic desk lamp. But when it's dark, I will move it and I will put it in front of my laptop if I'm going to stream. And the great thing about that is, number one, it's cheap. Number two, it has a bunch of different settings. It'll have like the warm light. It'll have like the bluer light. It'll have like a natural light, and you can go up and down in intensity. So you can do something like that. But really, it comes down to trial and error to see what works for you best. That's the best thing that I could say. Try different lamps if you have in your house. Try different sources of light. Where you place the light is important too. Is it casting a shadow? Is it creating more of a glare? Is it washing you out? I had one subscriber tell me one time that my lighting washed me out. And I'm like, thanks, but you know, it's the only light that I have. That probably was maybe a year ago or so. I'm like, I'm just radiant from the inside. That's what I said in my comment. Hey, Jess, how are you? Hello, Cassia. Sui's here. So yeah, so what questions do you all have regarding light? Now, I started with, do I have it here? I started with the regular ring light setup that you can get from Amazon. I have it over here if you guys want to see it. Let me know. I don't think it's Amazon Basic, but it's like 30 bucks. It has the ring light and it does the same thing with the different light settings. You'll have like a natural light, a warm light, and like a bluer tone, cool tone light. But then there's also a holder for your camera, which is nice. And I still use it. So you can hold your camera landscape or you could do it portrait. The only thing, people with glasses, is you're going to get the glare. And if you go back in my catalog, you're going to see videos with me with the alien eyes, which, hey, you know, at the time, that's what I had. That's what I used. And during the dead of winter, this room does not have a lot of natural light. So I have a lantern light over here. I have a desk light over here, and I have my book nook light, and that's it. That's all I had. So when I started my channel, I'm like, I'm going to need to invest in something. So I waited for a Black Friday sale, and I picked up that little gizmo, and it still works. I don't use the light source from it though anymore, because if I wear glasses, it's just not good for glasses wearing people. Okay. Luna, I live in Portland, or I am an insomniac. I record a lot in the middle of the night. I have all the lights on in my apartment, plus table lights. Yeah, you got to do what works for you. Is it odd to get another person's perspective for lighting if you can't tell? No, not at all. Here's what I say. For people that are just starting out with their channel, look to see who else started with you, okay? Look to see who you're becoming friends with. Look to see who you're opening up to a little bit. Those are the people that are going to help you. You know, if Gareth has a new microphone, you know, he'll message me and be like, hey, how does this sound? You know, or if I have something new, I'll be like, hey, I got a new microphone, check it out. Or, you know, what do you think about this angle? You want to have somebody to roll those ideas off with. So the best thing I can say is if you did the BookTube newbie tag, go and see who else did the newbie tag around the same time. And just comment on each other's videos. And if you like the person, develop a friendship. And that way you have someone to bounce ideas off of, you know, if that makes sense. That's the best thing that I can say. And that comes with time. You know, when I first started, I didn't know anybody. But I kind of did a trial and error. And then I started, you know, commenting on people's videos. And then people started commenting on mine. And then we started joking around. And all of a sudden, you got like friends. It's irritating when I cannot see someone. Well, even more irksome to me if I cannot hear someone. Yeah, audio is huge. Audio is huge. You want to make sure that your quality is good. Make sure you don't have dust in the bottom of your phone if you just use your phone. You don't have to buy a microphone. You do not have to buy a microphone. Check your settings. Make sure your volume is up. There's little things that you can do to get a better experience. And there's videos on that too. You can go into the YouTube search tab and say how to improve audio quality on an iPhone video. Somebody's going to tell you how to do it. There are so many great resources. Hello. There are so many great resources for people. And I think sometimes being a creator, we forget that that resource is there. And it's a quick Google, or it's a quick, you know, check, you know, Chat GPT or whatever. I actually had to check because I have this microphone here and I don't understand what the buttons are, what the symbols are on the back. So I had to find out, and I wasn't going to pull out the box. I wasn't going to pull out, you know, the manual. So I'm like, I sent a picture over to, you know, AI, and I said, do I have my microphone on the right setting? And it said, yes, if you're live streaming, you have it on the right setting. And I'm like, thank you. You know, that's the only way that I can ensure that you guys are going to hear me crystal clear on this microphone. I use a floor lamp that has different light settings, and it has a bulb that I can flip and turn all different directions. Perfect. Yeah. So your videos are like, you have that homey vibe. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm sitting down and I'm having a cup of tea with you. Like that's awesome. I don't know what the point was that I just said, but okay. The best place to film for me is to film in the kitchen. No. You don't need a light behind you or to the side. What a lot of creators do, and you'll see them, they'll have like a different color, like an accent color light. They'll have like the blue, they'll get like the trim light, the LED strips or whatever. I actually have, it's like a globe and it comes in different colors. And I got it when Pax got sick. And I always had it on green. And I kept it on for her. But once in a while, I'll put it in the book nook and it'll give a little something extra, just a little accent color. But some people go all out and they'll have, you'll see like the gradient blue and purple and all this stuff over here. And that's wonderful, but it's just really about your taste and how you want your videos to look. So I would say if that's something that you're interested in doing, try it. Just film yourself. Don't put it up, don't upload it or publish it. Just film yourself, see what it looks like. And, maybe ask a family member or two, or, if you have any friends here in the BookTube community, say, hey, can I get your thoughts on this light source? That's all. I agree 100%. I connect with others who start at the same time and we bounce ideas off all the time. Exactly. You will develop, good trusting friendships, and you know who those people are. You'll know who they are over time. I mainly use just natural light and a mix of color correcting and Final Cut Pro. I mainly just record audio only. Yeah, I don't do any color correcting or anything like that. I should, but I don't. Hi, Alan. So what are the questions do you guys have about lighting? Number one, if you can, if it's available to you, natural light is fantastic. This is all natural light. I don't have anything in front of me right here. My window is here and my window is here. And it just hits just right, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Hello, Floss. What's a shaking, girl? We're talking about lighting. Flossie has great lighting over at her library. Her library is so cool. But yeah, and mess around with it. What I like to do is I get bored. I get bored very easily. And I like to switch things around. So I'll switch things around on my shelves all the time. So this cycle, I have all my books turned around and I love the way that it looks. I love the way that it looks. I love that people can't read my shelves to judge what I like to read. They have to wait until I talk about it. Does that make sense? So it's kind of like a tabula rasa. I'm kind of like a blank slate and, all the answers are here. But, you have to wait until I give them. Hey, Fred, what's shaking? Hello. So yeah, outdoor lighting is fantastic if you film outside, if you do vlogs or anything like that. It's just, trial and error. That's it. But lighting is very important for a good video, and also your video quality. You want to make sure that it's not grainy, fuzzy. I did that live the other night, and Fred actually made the comment, and he's like, "Are you filming in 720?" And I'm like, "I have no idea what the presets were," and I was filming in 720. Now I'm in 1080, and you can tell a difference just in the definition. You can see a little bit more of the defects. I don't know what you want to call it. All right, let me go to my notes here. You don't need to buy anything. Again, you don't need to buy anything. You don't need to buy anything. Everything is here and on your phone. Try different times for different effects. So I know when this light is going to be right here. If I'm going to do something for my planning channel, I want to make sure that I hit this area before 3 o'clock, because I know it's going to be lit up. It's going to look great on camera. And that's that, so train yourself to learn what the best times are for you. And especially with, in the States where I live with the time change, that kind of messes things up, especially if you work and you come home and everything is pitch black. So, it's basically trial and error. Timing, know how your sunlight moves, know how much time you have left. It's about planning too. Ring lights are great, except for glasses. Box light. That's a box light that I invested in this July. I got it on Prime Day. I wanted to get it last year. I regretted not getting it on sale. I got it on sale this year, and it's been amazing. It's been really good. It's chunky. It's a pain in the butt to take down and put up, but I usually leave it up on the weekends, and then I'll take it down during the week because I usually typically don't film during the week, so it's easier. And I don't get anything on my glasses, if that makes sense. You can actually like see my eyes and everything. You don't need a fancy camera to make YouTube videos. I use my phone. I use my phone for that. And I use it the wrong way. So that this camera is so much better than this camera, right? This camera is terrible. Or no, this camera where you can see yourself. If you flip that camera around and you get used to filming yourself like this, it makes such a huge improvement in the visuals as well as the quality, the lighting. There's a brightness, there's a clarity to it. It's just something different. So if you're like me and you like to see yourself when you're filming and you're trying to watch, where your eyes should go, but you're still watching yourself, flip your camera around. It's tough, but it's worth it in the end, for sure. Lighting is a challenge as my eyes are sensitive to light, so trying to find a good balance. Yeah, I totally get that. You have to do what's best for you, but if you're looking to grow your channel, you want to make sure that it's also aesthetically pleasing to your audience, if that makes sense. Yeah, so you don't need to buy a fancy camera. You don't need to buy $1,000 camera. You could just use your phone. Use your phone. If you have an old camera, learn how to use it, whatever. You also don't need a microphone. Use your phone microphone. And again, this is all just my personal experience. I'm not an expert in any of this stuff. This is just me doing 3 years of BookTube, sharing with you as a part of giving back for hitting 4,000 subscribers. Opposite side of your camera, we did that. Okay. So lights, camera. Do we have any questions about video? I am an iPhone user, so I can't answer anything regarding Android or anything like that. I use a program for editing called LumaFusion. It's a one-time purchase, and I purchased it 3 years ago, and I still use the same program today. Speaking of where your eyes should go, it makes me crazy when people are looking off to the side and not the lens, which is really hard to do if you're looking at yourself. Yeah. So I see the little green light, and that's what I focus on. But, sometimes you're just looking at yourself, and you have to catch yourself when you're doing that. When I first started, I would put like a sticky note on my tripod where I was supposed to look. That was like the best, that was like the best advice I could give for that. But yeah, it is. And people will comment on that too. They'll be like, stop looking at you film and put up a video and tell me how easy it is, Hi. Well, here's the thing is that I use Canva. I have Canva Pro. I've had it for 3 years, and I will invest in it every single year because I think it's fantastic. I've never used Canva to edit videos. I've used it to create bumpers. I've used it to create thumbnails. I've used it to create photos, but I've never edited a video in it. Probably because I'm a creature of habit. And LumaFusion for me is just pop, edit, add whatever, export, then upload. I'm just used to it. That's just me. So I would say if you are familiar with an app, if you're familiar with a certain program, stick with it. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. LumaFusion for me breaks it all down. It's, your visual is here. And then you can layer with a graphic on top, or you can layer with music or sound effects on the bottom. So it shows you the different layers, much like other apps do and all that. But for me, it registers, it clicks, probably just because I've been using it for so long. Film with my phone, looking into maybe a tripod with a ring light. Suggestions. Film with my phone looking into a tripod with a ring light. Yeah. They're great. They're fantastic. Wait till they go on sale. They always go on sale. You can always find them. I think the lowest I've seen them maybe was like $21, but it's durable. It lasts. It comes with a little remote control. You can do that, use that too. But I think it's a good investment when you're ready, if you want to do it. But you don't have to. You don't have to. I use Video Leap to edit. Pretty easy to use on the phone. Yeah. There's different programs out there for everyone. I know some people like iMovie. Some people use CapCut. Some people use Canva. Some people use LumaFusion. It really just depends as to what is available to you and what you're comfortable with using. And I taught myself. To use all that. I had no clue as to what I was doing. I still don't think I used that program to all of its capabilities. I think I probably used 25%, to be honest with you. And it's just because I'm not doing fancy graphics and editing and sound effects and all that kind of stuff. I'll stick reading This Life and Fix Your Friends and Funds up there. I'll put my bumper in the beginning and my bumper at the end, and then that's like it. LumaFusion is better than Canva for editing. It's more robust for video editing. I guess. It's just, it's what I like better, but I haven't had a complaint with that product at all. And I like that it's like a one-time purchase and they don't keep billing you. They have other things that, they'll say, oh, well, here's an upgrade and we included this or whatever. But usually when it's a software update, they're not going to charge you. There's no charge to it. My 13-year-old son suggested CapCut for me. I'm hoping he will edit for me. Put him on payroll. If he knows how to do it, if he knows how to do the TikToks, put him on the payroll. That's what I say. Any suggestion for folks who get into a video creation slump? I had that in the late summer and didn't film very much. So it's there's two different slumps, in my opinion. So you can be in a creativity slump where the ideas aren't coming, okay? Or you can have the ideas and you don't have the motivation. So you have to see which is it. Do you have the motivation, but you kind of have like writer's block, like creativity block? Or do you have the opposite? But I would say find something that excites you. Find something that you want to talk about that you're like, oh my God, this is the best thing since sliced bread. And I want to make a video about it. Get excited about something. If there's a book release, if there's something that you read, if there's a story in the news that you want to tap into, there's tons and tons and tons of ideas. And that is a good segue into one thing that I wanted to make you guys aware of. So I'm going to try to see if I could bring my camera over my other screen. Let me see. Okay. So let me get into, I pulled up my studio. Excuse me. I still have this cold, which sucks. Where is it? All right. There is a tab in your channel analytics. Okay. All right. There's a tab called Inspiration. Do you guys know about that? So under your analytics, it's going to have the overview, the content, the audience, the revenue, and the inspiration. The inspiration is there to maybe give you a little spark if you're looking for something. So if you see under here, what people are looking for, YouTube compiles trends that are happening in videos. And once it knows what type of a channel you have, it will contour that to your channel or to your niche or genre or whatever. So we have what people are looking for. This is what viewers are searching for. Reading books changed my life. Books which can change your life. Books to read in your lifetime. Best books recommended. And then it'll have new videos to inspire you. Of course, Jack Edwards is there. Why wouldn't he be? And then they also have shorts. So make a short about reading videos, reading lesson, reading sentences, did not read this book. And you can expand this. Life-changing books only, reading on a Kindle, BookTube reading vlog, storybooks for reading, easy reads to get back into reading, powerful reading vlog. Those are what people are looking for, okay? So if you're not using your inspiration screen, use your inspiration screen. Has anyone used that before? Let me know in the comment section. I've seen some blind content creators film with a black screen. Do you think it's good or bad? I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I can't think of our BookTube friend. I can't think of the channel name. But his voice was amazing. Gosh. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank. But if somebody says it, I'll be like, yeah, that's it. But yeah, did it with a black screen, maybe had a graphic up there. I thought it was great. You know, no issues with that whatsoever. Do you ever think about sound normalizing? Your sound is great. I don't do anything. I don't know if that helps or not. I pretty much just know the tone that I want to present in, and you can tell in my videos when I'm getting goofy, I go a higher register, and when I'm serious, and I'll do like a lower register. But I don't really spend a lot of time on that stuff. Sometimes I'll have to lower the volume because this sucker is very sensitive. And if I'm talking loud and I'm passionate about something, it sounds like I'm screaming. Hey, Courtney, what's happening? For an idea slump, browse around everyone else's channels and steal some ideas. Case, copy and steal everything. Nothing is, nothing's trademarked. Hello. Thoughts on those who do BookTube and AuthorTube as an author? Do you think you have to do one? You do whatever you want to. And we were talking about this yesterday. Like, you don't have to be in a niche. You don't have to. You can just do you. And if you are that person that reads books, talks about books, and you're also a writer and you want to talk about writing, do it all. Do it all. There's no rules. People are going to watch the creator first. Okay. They're going to watch the content first. Then they're going to form a parasocial relationship with the creator. That's what all of this is. We all have parasocial relationships. And they keep coming back for the creator. Let's see what MJ is going to talk about today. Oh, MJ has a new video. Let's see what it's about. Are they coming here for reading this life? Probably, but I think they're coming here more for me. Does that make sense? After they're exposed to you for a while, So yeah, don't stick to a niche. You do you. If you want to do stuff on your writing, do it. If you want to do stuff on BookTube, do it. I have mine segregated because I don't want to overwhelm people. I have a lot of different content out there. I've got the planning channel where I do all my office supply, fun, stationery stuff. And then my memberships where I talk about writing, because I do talk about it kind of frequently. I included that in memberships for people that want that content. I don't want to give that content out for free because, number one, I think that content for me is valuable because I'm talking about ideas. I'm talking about things that I'm going to, submit to. I'm talking about personal goals. I'm talking about stories. Last week for Halloween, I read to them an unpublished story. I don't know if I would do that for my regular audience because I have trust issues, basically, So I keep that exclusive. And I think the people that support my memberships appreciate that because they're special. Okay. One day added. Yes, it was. That was Schneider. It's a hard drive, Fred. Everybody's saying hello. I didn't know it was there. Oh, yeah. Yep. You can actually just Google, what's trending in BookTube right now. And it'll give you a list of stuff. I have glanced at it a few times. Well, I'm telling you, if YouTube puts it out there, it's there for a reason. Okay. If you make a video and you put up one of those hashtags, let me pull up my screen again here. Okay. So I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but the first one is reading books that changed my life. If you do a video on that, what books have changed your life, and you do hashtag reading books changed my life, I guarantee the algorithm will push it a little bit because it's there. It's there for a reason. Okay. And you will see that. You'll see that in trends. Same thing with top 10s. Top 10s always do really, really good because you do hashtag top 10. You know, people are searching for top 10 lists. It's just some things work better than others. But YouTube always has some type of an agenda. They just don't put stuff there without a reason. Okay. I don't know if you guys saw the post that was released. Was it yesterday or today? It might have been this morning. But your community, your comments, your tab for comments in the studio is going to be changed over to community because they are pushing community. So you're not going to have a comment section. You're going to have a community section. So they're changing the way that things are operating. And, you know, some of it's pretty cool. Some of it is, I don't know if you want to do that, but, you know, we'll see where it goes. They're incorporating a lot of AI, and you'll see that down the road. But, you know, the inspiration, it's there for a reason. Totally check it out. Nope, didn't know it was costed. I don't know what that means. I didn't know there was an inspiration studio. See? I'm providing value for everyone. Mason in the Dark. That's it. Mason in the Dark. Fantastic channel. I haven't seen him in a while. But just lovely, 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 funny. And I always enjoyed listening to him. I would listen to him while I would be working, and it was just nice. I've looked at the inspiration screen, but haven't been inspired yet. Good trending stuff on it. And trending will get more eyes on your content. You know, if you want to grow and you want people to be exposed to your content, number one, you have to publish the content. You just have to. And the more often you publish, the better YouTube will enjoy your channel, and the more it will put it out for people. If you want to grow, I'm not saying, you know, do every single, you know, inspired idea, but like if you do a video on books, I think everyone can do that. You know, what books have impacted you the most? What books have changed your life? You're going to see a spike in your views, and you're going to be like, there's something to that. You can do a free trial of something like vidIQ, and they give you tons of new ideas every day. Yep. And I have vidIQ. I've had it since I started. Yeah. What's the other one? TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy is good too. TubeBuddy is good for hashtags. Those platforms are good for hashtags. And vidIQ, for anyone that doesn't know what it is, basically they are a YouTube behind the scenes, maybe. So I watched their YouTube channel probably for 3 months before I published my own video, because they're the ones that taught me, you know, the impact of a color on your thumbnail, or the squint test. You guys know what the squint test is? I'm going to teach you the squint test. So the squint test is when you do your thumbnail, squint, and if you can read it legibly, it's a go. If you can't, you need to change your font, you need to change your color, you need to do something because it's not standing out. People are just going to scroll right by. The squint test. Didn't know about the inspiration. Yeah. Content is important, but connections is just as much, if not more, 1,000%. But you got to put up the content to make the connections too. You know, you got to get yourself out there. You got to comment on people's channels. You got to say, hey, you got to show up. Excuse me. You got to show up for lives, show up for sprinting. You know, that's how you make it. I know you said we don't need mics, but if we want to look into getting one, is there any microphone you recommend? It depends. It depends. Are you going to connect it to your phone? You have to see what kind of connectivity you have. Like the first microphone I got, it was a Rode. And I think I got it $50 on eBay. And it was fantastic, but I had to like maneuver it on the ring light over here because there wasn't a place where you could put it. So I had to like, I don't know, finagle it a little bit. But I mean, you can tell the difference. You can absolutely tell the difference. but it all depends on the port on your phone. If you're going to do it that way, you want to make sure that you have connectivity to it. And, do you want something that's mobile? Do you want something that's stuck on your desk? You don't have to go fancy. See, I'm hitting buttons. I say just do your research. And, if you buy something on eBay that's secondhand, so what? It probably still works. Or even on Amazon secondhand, it's probably somebody just upgrading and they got rid of their old one. I would do that first before anything. And also sales. And if and when your channel gets monetized, technically it's a business expense, because I don't there I go again. I only use that for YouTube stuff. I'm not having, business meetings with that. That's just there for when I'm hanging with Gareth or I'm hanging with you guys. That's a business expense. Hey there, what's up, Diane? Is it Mason in the Dark? He's BookTube. Yeah. And AuthorTube too. He's a writer. Playwright? Writer? Screenwriter? Or something. Hello. Genre books. What's shaking? The black screen is talked about a lot in the blind creators community. Yep. And also, you can do that. There's so many different things that are available to you. There's just so much. It really is a fantastic platform for everyone. My comments are already found in the community section. So you have the community tab already. The community, yeah. So it's called community now because they announced it yesterday. They said they were starting to switch over. Mason merged with another channel. Okay. Didn't know about the inspiration screen either. Wow, I'll have to replay what I missed. Does the squint test work on phones? If your thumbnail is big enough, yeah. Once you upload your thumbnail and you're in the studio, just hold your phone out there, squint, and if you can understand it, it's a go. If you can't make out what your verbiage is, tweak it, change stuff. Oh, cool. Secondhand Yeti snowball from eBay worked for me for a mic. Yeah. Pat, a $20 lavalier microphone is more than enough. Helps cut down on AC fan background noise. If you want to bump it up a bit, a Blue Yeti is all around good mic for YouTube and live streaming. Yeah, that's what this is. Watch, I'm going to get disconnected again. This is the Blue Yeti. And I got it I think I just got it from Best Buy or something like that. Last summer? I don't know. It's been a while. I love watching chats while walking outdoors, but I'm concerned about wind and noise. Also, lifestyle videos with some voiceover and some talking to my camera. Any thoughts on these video types? I think they're fabulous. People love vlogs. So if you're going outside, there's a thing called a dead cat. And it's basically the little fuzzy thing that goes over your microphone. Do I have an example? Wait, let me see. I do. So I picked up, because I'm doing TikTok more. So I picked up a lavalier. Lavalier, is that what it is? And it's a little button that you wear, but basically it's wireless and it just plugs into my phone. But if I'm outside, I could put this over it. It's just like a little cotton ball thing, a little fuzzy, but it cuts the wind and the background noise, and it makes such a huge difference. So if you're going to be filming outdoors or something like that, a lot of the microphones that you'll see now will come with these. I think the Blue Yeti, you have to buy that separately, but that's what that's for. And it's called a dead cat. And I had to learn that. I remember telling Gareth's like, yeah, I got a Rode microphone. I said, did you get a dead cat with it? And he's like, what? But yeah, totally. Yeah, people love love getting lost in a video. People love getting lost in a video when there's nature, when you're making a cup of coffee, when it's not just focused on the creator and you're doing the voiceover. Fantastic views on those. Definitely. Definitely. Yeah. I would not shirk away from doing that at all. Okay, let's see. I know this is going to sound weird, but I dreamed about you giving a YouTube lecture in my library. Okay. That's okay. Yes, I noted I noticed it yesterday. Comments in the community tab. I found them by accident. It just happened. Yeah. And then they actually I'll disclose, I'm a part of a YouTube research group that I kind of signed up for. And we get to kind of test out new things. And that's been in the works for maybe 2 months now, I think, like testing, giving feedback and stuff like that. And then they're trying to incorporate AI with responses to make it easier for creators to respond back to people with, some of them are good and some of them are not so good. They're getting better, I think, but it's just better just to type thanks or an emoji or something like that. But I like the way that YouTube is instead of just comments, it's community. It puts more responsibility on the creator to take care of their community, to answer the comments. That makes sense. Because I'm a big proponent of that. Okay. Samsung Go mics are the ones I get recommended a lot for people on a budget. There you go. That's what it's called. That's what they call it in the industry. Squint test or ask a friendly, yes. Ask a sight person if you're going to do that. Christopher even started schooling me today on etiquette and in an Indian restaurant. Should we vlog it? Yeah. And then tie it into an Indian culture book. Tie it into Ganesh. Tie it into yoga. Tie it into Buddhism. Tie it into something. Yeah, you can totally do that. Vlogs are one of the things I want to start doing next year. Yeah. Very true. I enjoy videos where there are nature, cooking, life scenes cut in. Farah is amazing. Like when they have I guess it's a drone or whatever doing the overhead stuff. It's fantastic. But you get lost in vlogs. I have almonds here, so I'm going to do a little snacking because I didn't eat lunch and my stomach is growling. Okay. What setup do you use to record? For regular videos, my phone, natural light, depending on the time of day, and my box light, usually. That's it. That's all I do. Do you watch other creators? Yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm. Salman Rushdie. Salman Rushdie? Yeah. If he has a book, you could tie it in for sure. Diane, you don't have to do that, but thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. That's like a little tip. Uh-oh, I forgot to make a lesson plan, Alan. No. I noticed you stopped playing music over your title page and outro. Curious about the reason behind your decision. Just personal preference, or did the music cause retention to drop? No, I got sick of paying for it. I was paying, and I love Epidemic Sound. I think they put out such a great product, and they have something for everyone. And that's what I used. I used Epidemic Sound from the get-go because I watched creators and they said, it's good to have background music when you're talking. And I'm like, okay, all my early videos, you will hear music playing in the background. And then I think I was talking it over with someone and I'm like, I stopped using music. And I'm like, did you notice anything about my videos? And they're like, no. And I'm like, I stopped playing music. And they're like, didn't even notice. I'm like, okay, I'm not paying for it anymore. That was basically it. So yeah. And I miss it a little bit. Like I still have the sound in my head, but once you cancel with them, you can't use that sound anymore. You can only use those sounds when you have an active subscription with them. So that's basically it. And I'm too lazy to go into YouTube to use their music. I just am. I don't mind a bit of an intro on channels, but over a minute too long for me. Yeah, I don't think I do a minute, do I? I don't think so. I kind of keep it to like 30 seconds or something like that. All right, so we talked lights, we talked camera. So we kind of touched on action a little bit. Okay. You have to get into a rhythm of filming. You have to, when you start, you have to make a commitment to yourself that this is something that you're not going to just try. This is something that you're going to, stick out for the long term or a longer period of time. You don't want to just make 2 videos and then drop your channel. You don't want to do that. You want to at least commit when you're first starting out. If it takes you a hell of a long time to put a video up, 1 video a week, I think that's fair. I think that's a great amount. Once you start getting familiar, once you start getting used to it, once you start getting itchy where you want to create and you want to put a video out there, increase it to 2 videos a week. Some creators, they go all in. I didn't have a schedule until I started in November. I did not give myself a schedule until April of 2022. And in April 2022, I came out and I said, here's where the channel's going. And I'm going to put out videos on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. And I stuck to that. I stuck to that forever. And I stopped it when I started writing because I could not do it. Do you have to have a schedule as soon as you start? No, you do you. You do you. You want to make it fit into your life. You don't want this to be a burden. You don't want to say, oh, I have to make a video, because you're going to set yourself up for failure. You want to make sure that you get excited about creating, that you want to share with people. Because when you have that joy, it shows in your film, it shows in your video. And you don't want to set yourself up for burnout. I know Michael K. Vaughan and Ollie, they were going every single day for a long time. And both of them around the same time, they're like, you know what? I'm cutting back. And good for them, because they both have fantastic channels. And the one thing we don't want to have happen is to lose creators because they're burned out. We want to make sure that, creators are taking care of their personal life. They're getting a balance. You want to make sure that you have a balance for everything. And the more hobbies you have, the more you have to balance, which kind of gets into like a weird dance or whatever. But you definitely do not want to get burned out on something that you love, if that makes sense. No, not you, MJ, others. Yeah, everybody's different. Everybody's different. Do you watch YouTube videos for writing tips and or inspiration? Also, how helpful is AuthorTube? Is it active as BookTube? I don't watch it for writing tips and inspiration. I use it for tech. So I have a program called Scrivener that I'm not good at. I know how to write with it, but I don't know the ins and outs of it. So I will watch videos specifically on Scrivener. I will also watch videos on setting up beats and stories. So, where the plot points are, the fashioning of stories. I'll watch that, but that's about it. I don't watch AuthorTube. I would say AuthorTube it has its own niche. It has its own following. There's one creator that I follow. She actually was doing lives. She would do like a sprint, like a writing sprint, and she would have her desk set up. And it was actually very aesthetically pleasing. And, literally she probably would have 3,000 views in like an hour of people just dropping in and writing along with her. And she wasn't talking. There was just music playing and she's at her computer writing. That's it. So, I think AuthorTube is probably a little more niche down because there's more readers than writers, if that makes sense. In my opinion, BookTube seems to have a better community than AuthorTube. Both has drama and just need to find your tribe. Yeah, definitely. I try to upload whenever I can. That's the best advice you can give. Recommendations on how to do intros and outros. Canva is fantastic for that. And what you do is you just go in and see what type of video clips that they have. So all of the ones that I use, even the one before this live stream started, that's all from Canva. Free, if you have the Pro plan or whatever. You can make your own. It's basically just like 5 seconds of something, 5 to 7 seconds. I wouldn't go over 10 of the visual, and then your what do you call it? Your font, your verbiage on top. Yeah. But you don't have to reinvent the wheel with Canva, which is great. And my outro is Canva too. Yeah. Now the dog is mine, so I agree. Having a regular weekly scheduled time for expected videos is something I don't do. Need to change that. Now, the one thing, Alan, I like is your Monday Night Live, because it's like clockwork, right? Your Monday Night Live is on every single Monday, 8 o'clock. If it's not going to be on at that time, you guys put out advance notice if it's going to be on at 7, or if you're going to talk to somebody from the UK or Germany or something like that, it's going to be a different time. But viewers like that too. They like knowing. It's almost like appointment television. Do you remember appointment television? Appointment television was when you had to sit down in front of the television because there were no DVR devices. There were no streaming. You couldn't watch it later. You had to watch it at that time, like season finales of shows and stuff like that. That was appointment television. Your Monday night show is appointment BookTube. That's the best I can say it, because we know you're always going to have a great guest. We know you're always going to talk about great things, and the community is just kick-ass. Bottom line. Scrivener's great. I used it long ago. The book Save the Cat. Yes, that's what I have. I have I'll watch videos on Save. That's what it's called? Save the Cat? I thought it was something else. But yeah, that's it. For sure. Should you take a break if you're dealing with negativity or toxicity from other creators if you run in the same circles? No. No. Don't bow down to anyone. Fuck that. Sorry. If there's negativity for something, don't be friends with them. Block them. You don't need them in your atmosphere. You don't need that affecting you. Don't subscribe. Bottom line. Toxicity is the same thing. If there's a creator that triggers you in some way, watching their content or something they're talking about or whatever, unsubscribe. Take them out of your universe. Okay, your channel is your sanctuary. Your channel is your home. Okay, it's your emotional refuge. It's your creative refuge. And you need to protect that shit as best as possible. And if you have to get rid of negative commenters, if you have to get rid of creators that are bringing these feelings upon you, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Not dealing with it. Ditch them. And you can tell them MJ said that. Wait, hold on. Shit. Okay. Sorry for cursing, but I curse a lot. Shit. Okay, we did that. But yeah, you don't take a break. You clean your space. Okay. That should give you more motivation to create more. That should fuel you to create more. You, Ollie, and Greg now have great intro. Yeah, Greg's is cool. Greg's has a little reverb, though. I wanted to tell him that. Do you notice that? Like it's a little too high. There's a little reverb. You know music. Is it reverb? Is that what I hear? Or is my volume turned up too loud? You got it. The Brady Bunch of clock. Yeah. Basically, yeah. Save the cat? Was that it? I wanted to say it was something stupid like kick the cat. But that's so wrong. It was something though. No, don't bow down to anyone. Fuck that. Your channel is your home. Yeah. I'm a straight shooter. I'm going to tell it exactly like it is. For sure. Yeah, so everybody, if you don't know, Alan and Greg from Another Bibliophile Reads, they have a great show on Monday night where it's basically booktubers that come in and they talk about books and what's going on and all that kind of cool stuff. It's Monday night, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And you'll see us. I'm there almost every week. Hi, Beast Reads. I have a newbie tag and a couple other ideas scripted, but the idea of filming is scary. Why is the idea of filming scary? Let's talk. The first thing you have to do is you have to you want to create. There's a need in you to create. And you want people to see your creation, right? So if you have, do you have subscribers already? Just leave a comment, let me know. If you have one subscriber, you are creating content for that subscriber. If you have a friend, a personal friend that watches your content, that's who you're talking to. You don't want to talk at your camera. You want to talk through your camera, okay? I'm not talking to my laptop. I'm talking to all of you that are watching me right now. This is transactional, okay? So when you're filming, you want to speak to your audience. If you don't have a huge audience, imagine it, okay? People, the one thing I don't like is when people get down on their channels. When people down talk their channels, they're like, oh, I've been doing this for 2 years and I only have 300 subscribers. You have 300 people that show up to watch your content. That's massive. So you need to think about those 300 people in your living room coming over for a cup of coffee and you're talking to them directly, okay? So I think the scariest thing for me was not filming, but uploading and having someone watch it and be like, oh God, somebody's going to watch my video. But somebody's going to watch my video and maybe somebody will get something out of it. And maybe I'll make someone smile, or maybe somebody will like my content and they'll subscribe. Or maybe I'll make, someone laugh if they're having a bad day, or maybe somebody will like the book that I recommend. So get out of that close environment as to where the anxiety and the nervousness is, and go outward. Go outward, okay? BookTube is magic. This is magic right here. The way that we can affect people, we can impact their lives in a good way. If somebody's having a real shitty day, we can make them smile. If someone is thinking about, something dangerous or harmful, maybe we could pull them out of that and be like, you know what, you gave me hope. That one video that you did gave me a lot of hope. It's awesome. It really is powerful if you use it the right way. So, don't be scared. Don't be scared. Just go beyond yourself. Go beyond this and look at the bigger impact that you will have. That's the best advice I could give. And I hope that helped. Sometimes I get a little passionate about stuff and I have to shut up. I smudge and use incense to clean my space for Monday. That's awesome. I have a stick that I need to burn. I need to clean, but I don't have the feather. I just have the whatever. Okay. I waited 2 years before starting BookTube and was scared no one will watch or I would sound stupid. Yeah, no. Go beyond yourself. Go beyond yourself because there's a whole world waiting for you. There's a whole world that's waiting for you to publish your video. There's a whole audience that doesn't know about you yet, but one day they will, and they'll be thankful that they subscribe to you. There's people just like you out there. I'm not your typical booktuber people. I'm 52 years old. I'm married for 22 years. I'm the nerd that loves books and office supplies and geeking out over tech and that kind of stuff. I'm not, 27 and, hitting up all the book talk books and all that stuff, and it was just something that I had to, it was something that I had to embrace. That's the best thing I could say, is that I had to embrace it. Okay. There is a bug. There is a bug in my almonds right now. I'm going to step away for a second and I'm going to handle this situation and I will be right back. Okay. All right. I will be right back. I swear. Do I have a BRB? I do. Okay. I will be right back. Can you hear me? That was the absolute craziest thing that ever happened. My God. I'm sitting here and I'm sitting here and I see I have a jar of almonds, right? I see something moving. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Oh God. All right. Can you hear me okay? Is everybody good? Everybody cool? All right. Let's see. Where am I at? Don't bow down to anyone. Got that. Got it. Got it. Got it. Yeah. Go beyond yourself. Go beyond yourself. It's not, when you're doing YouTube, it's not about you. It's about extending your energy to affect other people. It's the best thing I could say. Okay, got that. It gets much easier. Plus, everyone's so supportive. You can always delete it. Yeah. One subscriber from comments in families say they would watch. Yeah. You will do that. Sorry for the cough, guys. I can't get rid of it to save my life. But yeah, the more that you publish, the more people will get attracted to your content. And before you know it, blink and you'll have 100 subscribers. Yeah, that's all. Practice doesn't make perfect. Practice makes progress. Stuffy and teacherly, concerned about editing when I started. Now I don't sweat things. No, you don't sweat things. You're very natural. Don't shut up. We love how passionate you are. Thank you. I also struggle with camera shyness. I'm practicing to overcome it. It helps if I exercise or chat with a friend beforehand. Still very much a work in progress. Yeah, and you want to stay out of your head. The what ifs, when the what ifs come in. What if nobody watches? What if somebody hates it? What if somebody, whatever. At some point in life, especially, I think because I started my channel when I was 49, there's going to be a point in life where you're just like, fuck it. I don't care. I want to do this and I'm doing it. And there's nothing that's going to stop me. There's nothing that's going to hold me back. Everybody has that moment in their life where it just clicks. And unfortunately, a lot of times it comes, later in life. But if you can get past your own hangups a little bit, I would do it. Sometimes people, when they start, I don't think I did, but it's like you almost have a persona. You know, you create this persona and this is your BookTube persona. I can't think of any offhand that I could like think of that would have that because I haven't met a lot of people in person. Um, so I don't have an example, but you can do that too. You know, I'm going to step into I'm going to play a role right now, and this is going to be extension of who I am as a person. You know, nobody in my life calls me MJ except you guys. No one. So if somebody on the street is calling me MJ, I know they've seen me on BookTube or something like that. But you know, this is for me. It's an extension of who I am. But I'm the same person that you meet. It's just my name's just a little different. If that makes sense. I always read my scripts out loud a few times before I film. Yeah, I don't script, so you all can do that. And that's okay. What I would do, make 2 videos. Look at how different that is. Make 2 videos, one scripted, one just with like bullet points and you talking off the cuff. See which one is better. See which one is better. See which one you like more. You know, and if you want to experiment, publish it and see which one people will gravitate to more. Oh, I'm telling you, I had to throw some. I put him I put him in the bathroom and I just scooped out all of the almonds where he was sitting. Oh God. Yeah, extra protein for sure. No, not when it comes to, and it was a stink bug. Do you guys know what stink bugs are? They like come out of the wallpaper when it's like warm in the autumn. It's a feature. Yeah, it's a feature. Burning incense is awesome. Oils, candles, really cool. Yeah, for sure. They do, but I'm not ready to eat them yet. Sorry. Also worried about my eyes looking off, but decided to just go for it, post something, and realize I will learn, grow. Like, yeah, that's all it is. Like, you know, a lot of times I'll look at the camera and then when I'm deep in thought, I'll look off and then I'll catch myself and I'll be like, I gotta look over here. There's no real rules, you know, you do you. But if you want growth over time, consistent growth, then there's a certain formula, I think, that, you know, you kind of need to adopt with publishing videos and coming up with ideas and all that kind of stuff. Extra protein. Are AI generated videos helpful? No. I will say, if you are coming from the black screen, if you do AI videos with your voice over it, I don't see any problem with it. I have a problem with, now there's like all types of AI where it's basically like me, like a person sitting and saying, you know, I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm actually an AI generated feature, blah, blah, blah. And it's creepy. No, it's creepy. And you have to disclose when you upload your video if there's any AI content in there. And I'm not sure exactly how it affects creators. I don't know if they will push that content, if they will push that content out more or not, but you have to disclose it. All right. First a bug and now a cough. Gosh. Okay. I had to grab a tissue. I had a coughing spell. All right. Milestones. Yeah, for sure. They don't watch it. My husband will play my videos in the morning and he'll be like getting ready for work and he'll just have it on his iPad running. He doesn't watch it. Took me ages. Yes, then I remember. But I loved your your little character. Yeah. Uh-huh. It's kind of cool. Well, I mean, if you know your mom's YouTube handle, you could exclude her from watching that. Is there a name for the thing in the bottom corner of this video? It says MJ has books. MJ has books. Oh, that says MJ. Oh, it's basically where you. It's not. I don't know what they call it. It's just like it's your name when you log into StreamYard. So I just put the little book emoji and then MJ after it. That's all. Oh, it's terrible. I'm going on a month. I know. That's not nice. StreamYard. StreamYard is the best. You get the little StreamYard icon up there, but I think for talking to people in the YouTube stratosphere, I think that's the best. Yeah. It's the easiest. It's user-friendly. And they're always updating it and giving new features to people. So, you could just use the YouTube platform. That's decent too. It's a little different trying to manage it, but I think it's great. You could put polls and stuff up there. I don't think I can here, can I? I don't think so. Yeah, but no. StreamYard. All you have to do is I think you have to have a StreamYard account 2 days before you decide to go live. You have to have it for 48 hours or something like that. And it's basically just your email. All right. Let's see. What else did I write down? I think we covered this a little bit, but viewers enjoy patterns. They enjoy patterns. Once they get interested in the creator, then it really doesn't matter that much. Does that make sense? So if you're going to post once a week or maybe 3 times a week, and then you start getting a following, and then you decide not to post 3 times a week and just basically whenever you feel like it, the people will keep coming back for your content. It's less pressure. Sometimes it's less pressure to not have a schedule, especially if you're, under the weather or not feeling good. Watch for signs of burnout. Watch for signs that when you're not getting interested. Let's see. What are you going to film? Do your research. Trends. Trends are for channel growth. If you want to grow, trends are kind of important. So what are people talking about? What is capturing people's attentions? What videos are people gobbling up? In my experience, tech videos always do really, really good. If you want to talk about e-readers. Also, new releases by popular authors. Like if Stephen King has a new book out and you talk about it, that's going to get a lot of views. Using your inspiration tab. inspiration tab, it gets overlooked so often, but there's just so many great ideas that you can springboard off of. You could start with that idea and turn it into something else. Also, for anyone that's up to the challenge, what is it in December? Vlogmas. Do you guys know what Vlogmas is? I started my channel in November. Yeah, definitely. I started my channel in November, and in December, I decided to do Vlogmas my first year. That taught me the ropes because it was Vlogmas. You make a video every single day in the month of November, and you can do whatever you want. I try to keep it bookish, but I would incorporate, I had an advent calendar for tea, and I would incorporate that. Or I would do like Christmas lights in the neighborhood where I live, or I would do, a walk in the snow with my dog or something like that. But you're putting out content every single day. And by getting in the habit of doing that, it's exhausting. I'm not going to lie. You get exhausted by the end of it, but you will know how to edit. You will know how to add sounds. You will have such a handle on your technique. You will learn so much. It's worth the price of admission, but it's tough. You have to commit to it. You can't just say, well, I'm going to do Vlogmas and then put up like one video. You have to do from the 1st all the way until the 31st or till Christmas, whenever. I think I did mine. I did mine till Christmas Eve, and that was it. Christmas Eve was my last one. But it's fun. And you learn because you're just diving right into the fire. It's literally birth by fire. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, you can. But remember, you don't have to. You don't have to do that. You don't have to tell people what's going on if you don't want to. When I took that break in July, I felt it was important. I felt it was important to make that video, not only for myself, but for also people that were in my community that were following along with my writing journey. I thought it was important to show that you don't have to get burned out. You can put limits on, and you can go after the things that you want in life, and it's never too late. Like, I wanted to include all of that. But if you have a schedule and say it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and some Friday comes around and you don't have a video to put up, you are not under any obligation to tell anyone why you don't have a video up. Don't get a guilt complex over it. It's your right. It's your channel. It's your house. Cool. That's awesome. You will. And if you don't, double check your tags. Make sure that you have your hashtags in there. Make sure that, it's clearly listed on the front of your video. You'll get great views on it, I'm sure. Stephen King videos always do fantastic. Oh, awesome. Cool. All right. What other questions do you guys have? We're rolling up on an hour and 20. I could do like 10 more minutes with you guys. And we can talk about, it doesn't have to be lights, camera, action. You want to talk about monetization? You want to talk about what? It doesn't matter. I don't care. I'm open while I eat my bug almonds. Now I'm hungry for Indian food, Alan. Thanks. I hope you guys are finding value out of this. Like, it's so important to me to provide that. That's really the goal of all of this. How to monetize? You have to have 1,000 subscribers, and you have to have 4,000 hours of watch time. And the 4,000 hours of watch time you have to have in a 365-day period. I got screwed my first year because I hit, do I have it? This is something I recommend for you guys. Get a tablet, get a notebook, get it from your dollar store, whatever. So I started my channel in November 2021. I started this December 2021. And over here, even though you can't see it, this is every single day of the month. And this is my brainstorming section. So every single day of the month I have written down, and I have the video that I did next to it. And then over here is my brainstorming section. So when I have time, I'll just start taking notes and making notes about brainstorming. What videos do I want to make? What's trending? What videos, would people like to watch? That kind of stuff. But I have it all the way until I put this month in there too, which is kind of cool. So I think I hit 1,000 subscribers. It might have been, God, November? I should write it. I should write some of that stuff down. Okay, it wasn't July. Oh, here we go. Monetize. I got monetized. So I started my channel November 1st, 2021. I got monetized March 28th, 2023. That's when I got monetized. But I could not do that because I didn't have the watch hours. So I hit 1,000 subscribers prior to that. But my watch hours, I was short by like 400 or something like that because the year rolled already. Does that make sense? It's really screwed up how YouTube does it. But the 4,000 watch hours has to be within a 1-year period. It doesn't carry over from when you first started. They cancel it out. And then you have to have the 1,000 subscribers. No, it's not. It's not. Once you have the right video, once you have enough videos, it's not at all. It will happen. And down the road, you will have a video that will get 1.5 thousand views in a month. And you'll be like, I remember when it took me 11 months to get that. And that will happen for you too. It's tough at first, but once you get it and you hold on to it and you just keep putting out content. Very important, because we have to remember that YouTube is a search engine. YouTube is Google, is a visual Google. And everything that do you ever just Google something and a YouTube video pops up? Yeah, that's because they're all tied together. So you want to make sure that you have keywords describing your content to the T. Shorts, you absolutely have to put hashtag shorts in there. I wouldn't say go overboard with tags, with hashtags, but you want to have some decent ones in there. Usually hashtag shorts for shorts, hashtag books, and hashtag BookTube. Those are like the ones that you need. You also need hashtags in your description box because, again, YouTube is a search engine and it's going to pick up on everything that you write for your video goes into SEO, search engine optimization. So if you have the name of a title of the book that you talked about in your video and somebody says, oh, I want to research Crash by J.G. Ballard, Crash J.G. Ballard, my video hopefully is going to pop up for people. If I didn't have that in there, then they would have to rely on, did I put the hashtags in there? Did I put something else in there? So you want to make sure in your description box, you have all that information listed too. I wouldn't go overboard because there is a theory called hashtag overload, where if you put so many hashtags, the algorithm is just going to be like, no, thank you. So I would keep it to a minimum, but I would use the most popular ones. Yeah. There are. LumaFusion actually has a channel. I've never watched a whole video, but they do have a channel. And they can walk you through just like the basics. But yeah, for sure. I had the hours and then dropped off when the year rolled over too, and now I can't get them. You'll get them. You'll get them. Keep doing it. Keep doing the thing. Keep putting the videos out and you will get it. Hop on to a popular topic. Talk about books that changed my life. Talk about, is there any others on there? Easy ways to get back into reading. Christmas is coming up. Talk about a gift list. YouTube likes seasonal videos too. Suey, do Christmas cookies. Do Vlogmas. You know, it's a pain in the butt. It is. You will see a heck of a lot of growth over that. All that kind of stuff helps. The other thing, sprints. For every person that you have in a live, right now I have 21 people. For 1 hour, I'll get 21 hours because 21 people are watching. Sprints got me over the hump when I got monetized. Those lives that I did, the support small booktube lives that would go, we do like an hour and a half, 2 hours every other Saturday or something like that. That got me over the hump. Lives help because, like I said, 20 people are here in this chat right now. I will get 20 hours worth of watch time from an hour and a half of work. It's a no-brainer. When you're that close, lives, sprints, reading sprints, productivity sprints, whatever, you want to go live. I hope that helps. That'll get you over the hump. For sure. What other secrets can I tell? Monetization. When you first get monetized, you're going to be like, this is what everybody's talking about. Like, how are people making money on here? Over time, as your channel keeps growing, you will see your monetization will keep getting better every month as long as you keep putting content out. That's just the nature of the beast. You don't get paid by YouTube until you have at least $100 banked in your YouTube wherever. And then once you hit the threshold, every month, I think towards the end of the month, they'll transfer the money over to you. I hope that's helpful. Yeah, I don't even know what I got. I don't even know how long it took me to get my first YouTube payment. It took a while. It took a while because I was like, oh God, I don't think I could retire on this. Like, why is it taking so long? All right. Does watch hours mean that viewers have to? Yeah. Yes. I'm going to say yes because views and hours are different. But again, I will get 20 hours because I have 20 people here. So I think it just depends. I'm not sure what the amount of credit the creator gets for how long a person watches. YouTube knows exactly how long people are watching your videos. All that time adds up. So I think as long as they click on your video, you get the time of that video, I think, but I'm really not sure. I'm sorry I can't answer that better because I really don't know the answer. And I don't want to, talk like I don't know what I'm talking about if I don't know what I'm talking about. There's not a lot of people that will watch videos all the way through. Let's face it. Some people do, but not everyone. And if you watch it at double speed, it's the same as if somebody was watching it at, YouTube doesn't know that they're watching it at double speed. You may have a video that's 6 minutes long and everyone that's watching it is only watching for 3 minutes, but they might be watching at double speed, and they may be watching it all the way until the end, if that makes sense. Yeah. But yeah, monetization we're talking about on Monday, right? That'll be fun. All right, everybody, I'm gabbing for an hour and a half. I think I'm done. We've had a bug experience and we had a coughing spell. I think we ticked all the boxes. Thank you all for showing up. I hope this was helpful. I hope you find value in it. I'm sorry for everyone that's watching the replay for those 2 little mishaps, but this is what happens when it's live. That's okay. Hi. Hi, buddy. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. And then tomorrow, we're talking about community. So you want to build your community? Come on back. Come on back. Tomorrow's at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And I'll see you then. All right. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. I appreciate it. Have a great day. Get out, get your content, get your little notebook, start brainstorming. Don't leave this live without that fire burning inside of you to create. Okay? Use this, move forward, say, what's the first thing I need to do? All right? Have a wonderful day, everyone. I will see you next time. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Thanks. Thank you. Bye, guys.